Hello and welcome to an emergency broadcast from LPAC TV. In the deadly conditions that we find ourselves in going into this holiday weekend, Mr. LaRouche has decided that it's of urgent necessity that he personally make a statement to the world. We will begin with his remarks and then field a few questions from the live audience gathered here. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Lyndon LaRouche.
What I am going to say is expert, but not officially secret. Many people may not know these things, but they are not secret in that sense. We're now on the verge of what must be called World War III. This will be thermonuclear World War III. Not pre-nuclear war, not nuclear war, but thermonuclear war. The targets, principally, are Russia and China. These are the two principal targets. The war is intended to start, as of now, with an operation coming out of Iran. And it will probably be set up in some form. This war in Iran is, targeting Iran, is supposed to bring Israel into play. That may or may not happen, but that is the option with which this war plan started. The issue is as follows. The present world system, economic system, is in a process of disintegrating. Exactly how that will occur is uncertain, but it is happening. The intention is to eliminate two nations, Russia and China. And this means nuclear weapons, it means thermonuclear weapons. That part is engaged. Once the war starts, probably with an incident orchestrated in Iran or against Iran or something of that sort, then Israel will come into play as starting the heavy fire, but on a limited way. Israel coming into the fire will trigger a setup of thermonuclear World War III, in which the intended targets include Russia and China. Now, at this point, the United States, nations of Europe, Russia, China, and other countries are poised for exactly this war. The background of the war is the fact that the entire world is going bankrupt, especially the transatlantic region, especially Europe, and also the United States and the nations of South America and elsewhere as well. This war has been on the way since the beginning of President Obama's illegal war in Libya. This Libyan war was intended to set up the trigger for launching the larger war, which would be normally involve nations such as Syria and other nations around there. But then it would bring in, with the attack on Iran and the attack on Syria, would bring into play Russia, because Russia would be then a major target. And Russia is prepared for this. Russia is the leading nuclear power, together with China, on the other side. The major capability of conducting this war depends upon the nuclear capabilities and related capabilities of the United States. European nations such as Britain and so forth are nuclear powers, but they don't have the depth of nuclear weaponry that we in the United States have. And therefore the heavy burden of launching a nuclear war, or a thermonuclear war actually, depends upon the capabilities of the United States. And we, of course, have the naval forces of the United States in the Eastern Mediterranean and also in the Persian Gulf area now, staged to actually unleash a thermonuclear capability against the targeted enemies for this attack, which are Russia and also China, but other targets as well. So this will be essentially, if it goes, a worldwide thermonuclear war. in which the U.S. thermonuclear capabilities are a crucial factor. That means that if President Obama were to be removed from office on grounds of his known insanity, under Section 4 of the 25th Amendment of the Federal Constitution, if he were eliminated from that, the war would be off. If he remains in office, it is probable that the war, the thermonuclear war, will occur.